This video is about love and respect. Just to show love and respect to all, my relatives and all my ancestors, that came before me. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be standing here because then my father wouldn't have been standing there and my mom wouldn't have been standing there. So, a lot of my relatives that I didn't realize how hard they worked to keep things going for everybody else to be able to grow up and be upstanding people. And sometimes we fall and we make mistakes. Sometimes we take different routes in what we figure we believe in. But one thing's got to be understood that you have to really try to be more observant of historical facts and be more observant to the society that you live in today. That's all I see the difference is I feel like everybody got their own way of doing stuff, and like I say, I got the cross back there, but of course I understand I rag on his Christianity, but the cross, you see that that's older than Christianity. So at the same time, you have to understand that that is older than that. That symbol came out of Africa, and so did the swastika from that Hitler uses. The little swastika symbol that comes out of Africa too. So I mean, that's a lot of stuff has been stolen and taken. So it's like it's ours anyway. And I feel like I don't put myself in one box with anything because you shouldn't put yourself in one box with anything, especially thought. And you always should challenge what you don't understand, as opposed to saying why question what you don't understand. You should always try to find out about certain things that you don't understand. And if you can't find it or validate it with yourself without giving up, then there's something wrong with it. But I respect to everyone that has a positive thought going through their mind at least once a day, you know, because sometimes you need that. You gotta have that positive thought, and one positive thought can build on another one, and it can build on another one. And you might have a lot of negative things around you, but just so it's a fight. And same thing with me. It's a fight because we dealing with polarities. We always going to deal with good and bad. We always going to deal with light and dark. We always going to have the opposites, male, female. Hot and cold, day and night. You always going to have polarity. You got to deal with each side. Each side of self, higher self, lower self, light self, dark self. Dualities within ourselves and our subconscious. So, but to have a positive thought can balance out a lot of things because one positive thought can outweigh three negative ones. It's the way that you use it because the negative thoughts, negative energy is just everywhere. And sometimes it's impossible to not have that cross your mind sometimes, even in the delivery of a message. It could be seeming negative, but it's positive. But it's so much negative energy everywhere to be perceived negative. So just to be positive is the best thing to do, and do research on things you don't understand because things that you don't understand could actually be a hindrance in your life subconsciously and you don't even know it because you don't dare question it. Sometimes you got to question stuff. Like I question things and I've found my answers, but I don't think that everyone should hate someone else because they don't believe in what they believe in, or it's not even a belief. With me, it's a knowing, and I feel like it's more of a trying to know than more so than just always believing. Because one thing you gotta understand, if you know, it drives you further and faster than if you believe. Because if you believe, there's gonna be some form of procrastination in there. Because with belief, you kind of hoping something happens, or you kind of hoping something is. But with knowing, it is what it is, and you have to how you have to move once you know. So that's what I'm getting on today, and much love to the relatives and all of them, all relatives on both sides, the Presberries and the Bowies, and everybody related and friends and in between. I mean, much love, whatever you choose to believe in, as long as it makes you a positive person and you're not out here being a hypocrite to that, because it is a discipline and it is principles within that discipline. So you got to look at it like that, because that's what it is. And it's all spiritual, but it's spiritual in a scientific way. But in some of those ways, it's it's hindering to you. And I don't like to tell one what they should do or what they shouldn't do. I just say research, because then you'll understand how it could be hindering you. But we all are great, and everybody, people say try to be great. Just like I said, it's not Tony the Tiger, because you're already that. You're already that. You ain't got to be something that you already are. It's just that every day it seems like, some days it seems like you're not that, because of what's going on, some choices you may have made or whatever, some situations that hit you. But these are exterior things. Even though a choice can come from within, it can bring forth exterior negative energy, stuff coming from the outside because of what you chose from the inside. So that sometimes you got to be careful of your choices and decisions. And I know that to be a true fact. Man, my goodness. But yeah, just be positive and try to keep down as much negativity as you can. And just know that it is a creator. And if you think that it's not, then you're an atheist and you're not spiritual. So me, myself, I'm spiritual, and I'm not claiming nothing else, because I already understand what those other things are. But to each his own, and what they choose to do, as long as you're positive and it's making you a better person and away from being what you might call a savage to you and others. So if it's keeping you from that, then I guess that's a good thing. And but also it's doing something else, but I can't be the decider of what you choose to hold on to make you to help you get by every day. But know that it is a creator. It's a universal creator, and that's all that I understand. And what you put out there in the universe, it comes back because you put that out there, and it'll come back because we are part of the universe, and the universe is us. And we just got to move like it's such. That's it. Be positive. Love to the ancestors. Love to the relatives. And love to the positive energy and the universal creator. And, everybody just build. Have a great day, life, month, year, hour, second, minute. However you doing it, make sure you doing it where you straight. Make sure it's right. And you know how it is. I got to tell myself that too. Love.